Sharon here from Crafty Little Miss K. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you and welcome to those lovely new subscribers who have hit that subscribe button since my last video. I appreciate you joining in and wanting to see more of my projects. So today's project is about Easter. So I bought, because I have 5 wonderful grandchildren who I love to spoil, I bought them all, apart from Easter eggs and various other items of chocolate, I bought them all a Cadbury's Bunny. Now the problem with the Cadbury's Bunny is, although it's very delicious, it's a bit boring, the covering, you know crafters, we love to make things pretty. So initially, with my older granddaughter loving purple, I thought I'd go with the purple theme of the paper of the wrapping and made a box. So then I decided to make a cream one, or a very vanilla. And also, if you don't have, because I haven't seen these since I bought them, but these are everywhere. Now, they are, if you squash them down, actually the same height. So a Maltesers bunny will fit in these boxes as well. Okay, so we'll get rid of that one out of the way and put that one over there. Now, I've had this chocolate sitting in my house for simply ages. And because they're aimed at my grandchildren, I haven't touched it. Anyway, so the card. So this is the card I'm using. Now, I'm actually going to be using centimetres today. I usually work in inches, but I've managed to convert it over. The box is minutely shorter than the inch box. I thought I had one to show you, but all my boxes I've got, all the samples I've got off to one side, they're all the same height. So let's try that one. Nope, they're all the same height. So I've done some already. Anyway, so I'm going for the cream one. I'm going to stamp it first. So this is the colour I'm going for, and I'm going to be using the blue as well, because I've got 3 grandsons, 2 granddaughters, so obviously the blue was going to feature quite prominently. Now the stamp sets I'm using are these 2. So we've got this older stamp set which probably retired maybe, what, 2 years ago? I've been with Stampin' Up for 4 years now, so maybe 2-3 years ago this one. And I'm using this little egg down here. Obviously, whichever stamp set you've got to hand, use that one. And then I'm going to be using, I love this stamp set and just use it such a lot. So this little bunny in here, it looks very much like Peter Rabbit. I'm going to be using him, and I'm going to be using the Easter greetings as well. So the card, I'll give you the measurements in both inches and centimetres, all right? For the rest of the information about the inches, I will add all the details to my blog, the link will be down here in the description bar. If I can, I will try and add, before I post this onto YouTube, I will try and add the inch measurements across the bottom here as well, so you can follow on as well if you're an inch person. Okay, so first of all, so the card is 17 centimetres by 16 centimetres, or if you're using inches, 7 inches by 6 1/4. So before we start scoring it, I'm going to be stamping it. And I'm going to be needing my blue. Now the blue I'm using is Misty Moonlight. And let's bring the little egg over, which is a Stampin' Up in colour, and that was introduced last year, so we've got another year of that one yet. They're going to be introducing some new colours in the next few days for us demonstrators, so I'll be all excited to see what the new colours are going to be. Anyway, so I'm just going to do random eggs all over the card. Now I'm going to speed this up because it's just going to take some time, and I'll come back and start talking again once I'm done. Okay, so there we are, all done. I've stamped off the edges as well to keep the pattern going. Now I have missed here, and it's a little faded just over there. So if I find, once I've got it all ready, that this is showing prominently, which I think it probably won't because I think it's going to be the side, then I will do something to cover it up. I'll put some kind of decoration on it, but I love the colour, and blue and cream always goes well together anyway. So let's get scoring. So first of all, with the 17cm piece across the top, going to score at 1cm. Now obviously I don't want to be using this one just here because it's going to make the card all sort of wobble about as I'm trying to score it. So luckily we've got a couple of little measurements just over here, so I'll be able to just keep it nice and steady on that nice long edge, that bar there. So 1cm. I'm going to switch it round, so the 1cm line is down here now, and I'm going to score at 3.5, at 13.5, and at 16. Where the leg joins my scoreboard here, some of the measurements are a bit dodgy, so I've actually just marked in where the centimetre lines are. On the shorter side, on the 16cm side, you want to score at 2.5 centimetres. Switch it all the way around, so the 2.5 centimetres is here now. 7.5, 10, oops, scooting past, and 15. Okay, that's that. Okay, let's get this all burnished now. Okay, now I'm going to cut it to shape. So first of all, on this on these longer panels here, you'll find that this side is wider than this side. This is the side that's actually going to be folded over to join on the box. Okay, so we need to shape that bit first. If you just do a little on the middle, so it's the second one in at both ends, you just want to do a little wedge just there, and then cut the rest of that piece away like that. If you can, cut away the score line as well, so the bumpy part doesn't show on this edge bit. It is showing just a little bit on that side there, so I'm just going to trim that a little bit. That's it. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is just cut up to the second score line this way and this way. Alright, now these little pieces, I just want to cut away that outer score line completely. Okay, now those pieces again, still working on those, we're just going to wedge those in a bit. Okay, now these two larger ones here and these two larger ones here, the ones that are furthest away from that narrow piece here, so this one and this one, are going to be cut away completely. And so you're left with that shape. Now these ones, these little pieces that fold over there, just need to shape those. So I'm just going to, with the corner rounder, just going to pop that in and do that now. Wonderful. Okay, so left with that. Alright, now I'm just going to get rid of this little bit of rubbish over here. Now, as we turn it round, in fact what I might do is just switch this paper over so it's not distracting with the eggs on the scrap paper there. Alright, so now we've got this. Now these are going to be coming forwards and down, so this is going to be the front. Alright, so what we need to do now is get a window cut in there. If you're using Stampin' Up! Supplies, then it's the layering oval framelets, and you want the third from the smallest, so you count 1, 2, 3, so that's that one. and place it as central as you can by eye. I'm not going to sit there with a ruler and measure everything. And then just hold it in place. Even if you've got a magnetic plate, it's always best, cutting plate, it's always best to hold it down so it doesn't move, because I made one the other day and the oval just slipped slightly, which obviously just ruined the whole box. So I'm going to pause now. I'll come back once I've got this cut. Okay, that's that done. So if you're using the Big Shot, these pieces here are actually wider than 6 inches. So all you'll need to do is just fold it in like that, or like that. These flaps are okay, they're within the 6-inch range. Or do like I do, place it on the plate. If I've got a plate to hand. Oh, it's a bit dusty, that one. So when I put it on the plate, I just sort of like go to the score line there, or I just come along until it's cut and then go back again. I don't go all the way through. As you can see, they sort of sit proud of the cutting plate there. Okay, so make sure you fold those over. I don't want to all your hard work and then to ruin it when trying to put it through the Big Shot. Okay, so we'll move it out the way. So now we've got this. All right, so now we want to put the window in, and I've got a piece of window sheet here, which is just 4.5 by 7, and that fits just a treat. And I'm just going to stick that on with glue dots. I love my glue dots. I use these probably in every project I ever do, somewhere along the line. Just a little glue dot in each corner is all you need. Oh, I didn't pick that one up. That's it. And then just make sure it's roughly in the middle. Okay, I push them down really hard and then they kind of disappear a little bit. All right, and that's it, done. So let's move this one. So the next thing to do is to put the box together. So this little piece here is going to have some tear and tape on it. Now, like I said, if you're using inches, you'll find that this is a lot narrower, and it might be best if you have any of the really thin tape like that, so it's narrower than the tear and tape. Or you can use wet glue if you prefer. Wet glue, obviously, you'd have to go a little bit slower just to make sure it takes, you know, the glue is actually taking before you go on to the next stage. Right, let me just cut that off. I've just picked up a little bit of fluff there, let's get rid of that. Where's my... There it is. Right, that's picked up a little bit of something off the table. It's my last project when I was rubbing something out. It's got a little piece of that waste left over. Okay, fold over, press down. Okay, that's that done. Now then, what I tend to do, because this could be either way up, I put it all together, decide, actually they're both sitting really nice, decide which side sits in there the nicest and stays nice and snug, and then the other end, because I only really want one end opening, you can leave both ends opening if you wish, is I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of, minutest bit of glue on there, so it only opens from the top. Okay, so let's push that in, and what I'll do then is I'll just put my ruler in there just to flat side up, just to make sure that sticks and doesn't move. That's it. And then this end, because you want a little thumb hole there, just so the children or the adults can open the box properly, just get yourself a little tiny 1/2 inch circle punch, and then just cut a little semicircle out, and then this makes it easier to open and close. Now the egg that I didn't stamp very well is actually right on show, which is annoying, but it does tuck away, so you can see a little bit there. Anyway, so my next trick now is to do the rabbit. Now, because I'm using the Very Vanilla, that would have been better that way, wouldn't it? Because there's a bit of a gap there. Never mind, it's done now. Yeah, so because I'm using Very Vanilla, I suppose I better stick to using the card the same. Right, and then I want black, and I want a little Peter Rabbit. So just stamp your rabbit, and the sentiment, the Easter greetings, I'm going to do in the blue. What did I do with my blue? I'll put it somewhere. There it is, over there, to match the decoration on the box. Okay, and turn it around sideways. I've just got a piece of offcut from when I cut the card to size, and then just pop this in the middle. Always clean my stamps as I go, so that there's no chance of them getting stained too much. Okay, that's that done. Move that out of the way. And now I'll bring my pens over. No, I won't. I'll bring the pens over and my punch. Now I've got this lovely jewel punch here. It's I haven't got the name on it. Normally I stick the name on all my punches, but it's a scalloped oval and a plain oval. And obviously they nest. I actually just want the plain oval, so I'm just going to pop that down there, and then cut that. That's ready to go. And now I'm just going to colour in the rabbit. Again, I'll speed it up because you don't want to be sat there bored while I'm colouring in, and I'll come back and chat again when I'm done. Okay, so I don't know if you saw, I just brought in a Misty Moonlight just to do the buttons, to match the stamping. Now, if I was doing this on white card, I would go over it with a very pale colour then, just to make it pop a little bit, but I'm not going to on the cream because I don't think it works so well. So now we're just going to cut him out. Again, I'll speed it up and then I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so that's him done now. Now I'm just going to put, you can either put glue dots on just to braise them up a little bit, or you can use foam pads like I'm going to. It'll make him stick up a little bit more. So I tend to use tweezers to lift these little ones, and then if I had nails I would just use the nails to lift these big ones, but I work in a public library, and although we've been closed to the public, we have still been working, taking books on and off shelves for people who've ordered them, and I broke a couple of nails, so I've cut them all down short. That's what this is all about as well. I caught it in my finger when I was emptying a box of new books, so luckily it wasn't blood everywhere. Okay, so I'll stick him on the box now. Make sure it's the right way up with the thumb bit at the top there. We're just going to stick him just there. Just going to go inside the box just to make sure he's stuck down properly. That's it. Get my chocolate bar, pop it in. Just occurred to me it's almost the same colour as the cream on the wrapper there. Not bad, is it? Like it was meant to be. And then this I'm going to pop up on Dimensionals as well. Now if I was going to do this for one of the girls, I could just put the ribbon on the corner like I've done on this one, or what you could do is thread it through underneath there and maybe just tie the bow on the side here and have the ribbon going around that way. So, but as it's for one of the boys, I'm just going to just pop the foam pads on there and just stick it on the top. Now I'm going to make sure I put it so it's just underneath where the thumb bit is on the box there. So I'm just going to put it down so it'll overlap the window there a little bit. And I think that's slightly off centre, but I'm sure the boys won't mind. So there we are. Nice and quick, eh? Now, my filming is less than half an hour, which is brilliant. So it's a nice, quick, easy project. Like I said, all the measurements will be on my blog. Have a look, make a note, have a go. You know, even if you haven't got these chocolate things in here, put something else in there. It doesn't have to be chocolate. Don't put the window on. I just have it as a plain box like this, and you can put pretty much anything in there, really. So if I, you know, oh, I stuck that in down. There we go. So it's a nice, decent size. The box actually measures in centimetres, 10 centimetres by 5. Or in inches, it'll be roughly 2 inches by 4. Okay, so yes, just have a go. Please do have a go. If you like what you've seen here today and you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you join me again for some of the projects I do. I love sharing my projects. I don't do classes sadly anymore because of the COVID thing. Hopefully they'll maybe start up again next year. So in the meantime, all my projects are for presents for my family and for friends. All right, so I'm just going to bring in everything I've made so far. So as you can see, I've made quite a few of them, and even the purple one can come in. So they are cute, really cute little boxes. So thank you again for joining me, and have a wonderful day. Whatever you're doing today, have a wonderful day. And if you're watching in the evening, I hope you've had a lovely day. Anyway, I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.